Imagine cruising at 39,000 feet when suddenly your plane runs out of fuel over the Atlantic Ocean. It sends shivers down the spine, doesn't it? That's the chilling tale of Flight 236, an otherwise ordinary journey that swiftly spiraled into a nail-biting adventure. On August 24, 2001, passengers boarded a flight in Toronto, Canada, expecting a routine trip to Lisbon, Portugal. Little did they know, they were about to become part of an unsettling mystery that still echoes in the annals of aviation history. Underneath the calm facade of this transatlantic flight, a mechanical malfunction was brewing, a fuel leak that would turn their world upside down. The unimaginable happened. A fully loaded passenger plane ran out of fuel mid-air over the vast, unforgiving Atlantic Ocean. But what exactly happened on that fateful day? How did a fully loaded passenger plane run out of fuel mid-air? Stay tuned as we delve into the details of this extraordinary tale. Picture this: the pilots of Flight 236 are battling against time, wrestling with controls, with the lives of 306 people hanging in the balance. At 39,000 feet above the Atlantic Ocean, a chilling sight greets the pilots. The fuel gauge, once a reassuring sign of their journey's progress, now stares back at them, reading 0. Imagine the icy tendrils of panic threatening to seize control. But the pilots know better. They know they cannot afford to lose their cool, not when they have less than 20 minutes before the plane starts to plummet towards the ocean surface. So they do the unthinkable. They decide to glide. Yes, you heard it right. They plan to glide a massive Airbus A330, a plane not designed for such feats, over 100 miles without any engine power. It's a daunting task, a Herculean effort of sorts, but it's the only option they have. The cockpit becomes an arena of calculated race and precise maneuvers. The pilots are now glider pilots, relying on their skills, training, and a good dose of luck. They have to keep the plane at the optimal angle, manage the speed, all while looking for a place to land. It's not just about keeping the plane in the air, it's about ensuring the safety of all those on board. And then, against all odds, amidst the vast expanse of the Atlantic, a flicker of hope emerges in the horizon. The pilots spot land, the Azores Islands, a glimmer of hope, a potential lifeline in the face of an impending catastrophe. With the clock ticking, the pilots spotted a tiny glimmer of hope. The Azores Islands. Now, imagine a plane coming in hot, too fast, too high, with no fuel, no power, and one shot at landing. This was the heart-stopping reality for the pilots of Flight 236 as they aimed for the tiny speck that was Lajes Air Base. With the Atlantic Ocean churning below, the stakes couldn't have been higher. But let's not forget, this was a passenger plane, not a glider. It was designed to fly with engines, not without them. The pilots, in a display of skill and nerve, had to maneuver this behemoth of a plane, flying at a speed that was just too fast and at an altitude that was too high. They had to descend rapidly yet smoothly to make a successful landing. This wasn't just a test of their training, it was a test of their mettle. As they approached the runway, there was an additional complication. The plane's tires, not designed for such a high-speed landing, burst into flames. The pilots, however, remained unperturbed. They were focused on one goal: getting the plane and everyone on it safely on the ground. In the cockpit, the tension was palpable. The pilots, despite the mounting pressure, worked in symphony, their hands moving with precision over the controls. They were dealing with a situation that most pilots only encounter in their worst nightmares, but they were ready to face it head-on. As the plane neared the runway, the passengers held their breath. The landing gears were down, the flames from the tires were visible, and the plane was coming in fast. It was a sight straight out of a Hollywood movie, but the danger was all too real. And then, against all odds, the impossible happened. Flight 236, touchdown. It was a rough landing, no doubt. The plane skidded, sparks flew, and smoke filled the air. But when it finally came to a halt, there was a moment of stunned silence, followed by a wave of relief. Against all odds, Flight 236 touched down, with every single passenger and crew member surviving the ordeal. So what can we learn from the harrowing saga of Flight 236? The answer lies not just in the investigation that followed, but in the changes that rippled through the aviation industry. The discovery of a fuel leak sparked an immediate response, leading to more stringent safety checks and the development of advanced detection systems. But the incident also highlighted something equally important, if not more so, the crucial role of crew training and quick thinking. The crew of Flight 236, faced with an unprecedented crisis, demonstrated extraordinary calm and resourcefulness. Their actions underscored the importance of rigorous training and mental preparedness, reinforcing the need for these aspects to be at the heart of aviation safety protocols. In the end, the ordeal of Flight 236 brought about significant improvements in flight safety. It showed us that even in the face of the unexpected, we can adapt, learn, and grow stronger. Flight 236 serves as a stark reminder of the unexpected dangers in the sky and the incredible heroism of those who guide us through them.